waves are cooking right now.
I mean, we're cooking, man. I mean, hey, some of these top players, they can have their flowers, but if you're not going to play for the win, it don't matter. So I think that's what we've been striving to do, and I think it shows. I mean, we get outslayed in a couple of hard points. We still win by a good margin, and yeah, same thing, control, and then Search is coming around. I mean, I think after the major, losing a bunch of Searches to FaZe, that's obviously the thing we got to clean up on, and once that happens, I think we'll be final.
Can you elaborate on that, people not playing for the win? What are you talking? I've heard a couple of top players say this now. I want to know, I want to hear from you. What is that coming from? What do you mean by that?
I think it's a lot of things. I mean, a lot of these players, I mean, Gwinn, I think in the first map, I mean, this guy is literally like double pause, just being useless on the map, taking useless routes. I think people don't analyze the gameplay enough. You know, you got Clay tweeting, Ken tweeting the other day about, you know, watching VOD and stuff. I think people actually just don't watch VOD, don't play hardpoint the way it's supposed to be played, and it shows over the years. So I think that's why it stays pretty top heavy, and a lot of these new kids are just inexperienced, so.
Okay, so you heard the comments from Envoy. I remember the second he said this, I went back and watched this map and really watched Gwinn, and I didn't see him really do anything bad. I think when you're playing against a team and you're dominating them, and then you look at the scoreboard and you see someone on that team doing good, you just assume that they're not doing the right thing, because it's like, how is your team losing this much and you're doing good? But sometimes it just be like that. Sometimes there's just one person frying and everyone else is absolutely getting cooked, you know? It's just the way it is. Here's the game that they played, and on this map number 1, Gwinn went 38 and 26. And even if you take a look at the hill time, no different from the rest of his team. So Envoy's like staring at that like, how's this guy doing like so good? How does he have more kills than all of us? And they lost by 100. But do you want to know what's hilarious about this? The most hilarious part is after these comments, they face them again at Major 2 on the same map, and take a look at Gwynn's scoreline. I think those words got to him, because then they played this time, probably playing more for the win, and he goes 14 and 25. He was probably like tweaking, like, they're on to me. Fuck, I gotta play different. Fuck, maybe he's actually tweaking from that. I don't know, but
that's kind of struggled this year because there's just not a lot of room for that.
Well, it feels like we usually have a couple maps like that are search maps only, not played in hardpoint, that wouldn't really work in hardpoint because of those types of positions on the map. That loss like you did.
Okay.
You're on the cusp of greatness. Like, you know this team has potential to be. I mean, this is young, talented players. Like,
so we're gonna lock in on Gwinn 0. Okay, this is all about Gwinn 0.
you have enough talent that you can become something special.
I haven't rewatched this map since February, by the way. So we're gonna enlarge the mini map, and Gwinn is number 3. So we're gonna watch number 3. We're gonna see what he's up to on this map.
But like, they got the players. They got the talent. Now you got to make it work.
So he's going through mid first. Gets that kill, gets traded, goes, he pops a 3. Completely normal. Off spawn. Spawns back ammo. He's going up P3 side. He gets shot at. He goes back. He gets a kill, dies. There's really nothing wrong with that one. You know? I mean, it's early in the game. Okay, so now he gets a split spawn. I'm pretty sure he reads the split spawn or he gets shot at. Either way, he's going up top. He kind of has the right idea here. That's perfect. He actually shot Scrap through that. He has the right idea. He's holding Catwalk because he knows LADs is going to be transitioning. So right now he's actually kind of playing for kills right now. But these are actually good kills because his team is blocking all like the spawns. So you're going to see number 5 spawn out. So Gwinn actually made a hell of a play there. So just to walk you through, so like he gets this spawn, and like a lot of the times like you actually do get the split spawns, especially when you have a teammate on that side, Common K spawn over here. You could kind of like make up the assumption, okay, I'm gonna be getting split, but and like right when 4 spawned, like that's when like he turned, but he was getting shot at the exact same time. Right, he pretty much ignores that guy because he knows that there's another guy probably down here, and he catches Scrap. That's a big kill, so Scrap makes it by. Now number 4 has to turn back around, and they have to go find this guy, and Scrap's going to be on a heady. You probably get the kill, pre-aimed. He has a very good iron. And then after he gets that kill, he holds catwalk because he realizes, or I mean not realizes, he knows. Sorry, I have to fucking pull up the marker. I have to pull up the trusty marker. Because he knows with 16 seconds left from P1 going to P2, this catwalk is a major power spot because like the team by default is going to spawn here. So they either have to go all the way around or you have to come through here. And if they come through here, just having the power spot here, disadvantage gunfight. So they have to go all the way around. But if you have number 4 covering it, it's good. So you're basically putting them all into an area where you want them. It's a good power spot to hold, and you don't really want them having control pool because it makes it harder on the P2 guy. It's way easier to deal if they just come from the backside, honestly. That's why like you see like a lot of teams like they'll get like the initial P2 spawns and then they'll flip and they'll start holding this side because like this side's really annoying. It's very easy to deal with the back, you know. From the front side, you know, you could throw nades, you get an angle, it kind of makes you have to stay down in the hill. But yeah, okay, cool. All right. So like he actually does great wholeness. He's very patient. He gets shot at. He plays his life. They all lost him. Like everyone is trying to look for him. 8's looking. 6 is looking. 5 doesn't even expect him to come that way. Like that's a very good route out of Gwinn. And he actually ends up getting another one on Hydra. And he gets the 3rd one. So he basically did it all on that rotation. That was like all him. And now he's hot. He's kill whoring. So these are like absolutely superb plays out of Gwinn. Like he is actually fucking doing everything. He probably could have just sat there and like right here, if you're 27 HP, just regen your health. I talk about this a lot with players doing a bit too much. Like he was doing so good here. Just regen your health. You have them all spawn. Like your teammates are blocking like the spawn and everything. Yeah, there's a guy in P1. Just leave that guy. You already got 2 block in the back. Just play your life here. Like you know they're spawning over here. You know you're gonna get great timings because they have to walk into number 1. 1 could see if they're on the heady. If you're just camping there, they have to take time to look for you, and you'll have your health regen by then, and you know probably make a play. But him dying there just completely gave that up. But that's not really on him because like his whole team just gets Shloda gang. But granted, Lily number 2 got terrible timing. Lily Hydra just actually made a play, and then he just gets pre-aimed. So now Gwinn off spawn, you know, trying to fight his way off spawn because he knows LATs has control. Probably could have been a bit more direct, but like I'm pretty sure he kind of knew he was walking into he's gonna be walking into some unwinnable preaims. But honestly, so like he spawns or he should probably just go towards like the back hill, especially while number 4 has like control of the back, and that basically confirms there's no one on the back heady. You might as well just flood the back or just instant. Like right now you got to be pretty fast on this. Like he could have been in like the back right now and probably been able to get at this gunfight number 5. He probably would have got traded out by number 6, but at least he gets one person out of there, and then like the rest of his team could probably out trade. Him like kind of taking his time there. It's a little bit of a bad play. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's just like one of those scenarios. You just have to like go in and try some or like die. You can't just waste like 20 seconds having like the back spawn and trying to break the hill. But like these are like the small things that like a lot of people don't think about, especially people that aren't pros. Like everyone's like thinking, oh, I don't want to just like die useless deaths. But you know, there's a lot of useful deaths that you may not think are useful. Yeah, but here you have Gwinn playing for exits. I'm not sure if he's just trying to like watch to make sure no one takes like the underground route. But he gets to go off the hill. He dies, but he's also trying to make sure that LA Thieves doesn't just like run right through and get P4 spawns. But he got triple teamed. So let's see what he does going through mid. Is he going to try to break the hill? So he's playing. He's playing for like the back spawns. He probably should just play for the hill, honestly. He probably could have played for the hill there. That was a bit like so I just want to like point something out. So like you see number 5 over here. You see number 5 over here like causing havoc on like this side. So this immediately tells you there's one guy out of the play already. And most teams don't really have like 2 guys on the hill. It's usually one guy on the hill and everyone else in the back. You could pretty much paint a picture from this one guy here. It would be one thing if this guy's an unknown variable. You would think he's in mid or something, somewhere around there, probably camping in like L underground, waiting. But he pretty much gave away his spot, so he's behind. I would take this as the initiative to run my ass off and go break this hill. The same way I made a whole entire video of LA Thieves doing it like the phase. Break the hill, make them start to come to you. Like, yes, LA Thieves has the back spawns, but if you're in the hill, they have to keep trying to break it. They're not just going to let you have all 50 seconds, all 45 seconds. They're going to try to maintain the spawn, but they're going to try to break the hill. And when they try to break the hill, use that to your advantage, get some kills, go for a flip. So, seeing there's a guy out of the play, they needed to be more direct. You have the guy in the back who has like the long angle. 4 and 3 kind of just have to hit this shit. Like, I would be hitting this shit. The second I see number 5 there, he shoots some bullets and like he misses, whatever, flying on that hill. Because it is so like counterproductive in a situation like this when number 5 is over here and then you go to mid and you just keep going that way and you just play slow. You're giving 5 a chance to get back in time and keep it a 4v4. Right now, there's a clear man advantage in this scenario. Like, people need to like learn how to think on their feet. It's so funny because I said the last time I watched this, it was not that bad. And honestly, it's not that bad. For the most part, Gwinn played like a good game, but every player has like those small tendencies. Like, he's out of the play. You got 1, 2, 3. They got 1 and they got 2, and I guess they got 3. This is a good fight because, especially when it comes to on the hill. So you have like this guy watching long, especially when you're taking the fights from here and maybe one guy goes underneath, but they can honestly just both hit the hallway. That would just make most sense. You have a 2v1. He's not going to two-piece both of you. One slides around the corner, like easy bait and switch. Even if he's not like directly here, even if he's like closer to here, someone slides out, you trade him and you have control of this and you know that this guy may come from mid and you could watch that. Something to get them off the hill, because getting them off the hill disrupts their setup, disrupts their organization. You need to get them off the hill. But if you just allow them to keep soaking and you're doing other side quests, not really doing anything, you're making the game easier for LA Thieves. You need to try to disrupt. You need to try to disrupt teams as much as possible. When you see a person out of the play, you need to use that to your advantage to take advantage of the objective. And I feel like a lot of people don't focus on the objective, you know? Like, as a team, like, you know? Even if you're like the kill whore guy of the team, take advantage of like opportunities like this. I see there's, and they definitely got the name tag. They probably didn't fucking know that. Scraps out of the play. Bet I'm hitting this shit. I'm hitting this shit.
Winning some extra gunfights thanks to the help of Ghosty. Hydra now on the time, does get taken down, but yeah, I mean,
like he kind of just sits mid. Like, he could have been here right now. So if you take a look at this scenario, he could have been on the hill right now, and they would have had control, and that would have forced number 5 now to push here. Number 1 is kind of sitting pretty because now it forces them to make a play. Number 2 is going to come and pick up mid too, so they'd be able to get a trade, and they would have control of the hill and cause a disruption. They'll have like map control now because they'll have guys mid that allow the guys off spawn to now take control, taking routes, and you kind of pin LA Thieves back here, and you do it for long enough, like 5-10 seconds, LA Thieves is now spawning out. So if you didn't understand that, okay, you understand that. So right now, if Gwinn just pushes the hill right now, Gwynn's right here now. So Gwynn's right here. And this forces this guy now, since he's already here, to push here. And then this guy's already in this direction. He's going to come pick up mid because he sees Gwynn's on the hill. So Gwynn's on the hill. I'm going to pick up his mid. Number one has like the long range. So Gwinn has help from both sides. He can help both sides just being where he is. If he needs help on the front, if number one tags him, he could peek, get that kill, maybe get more aggressive on like the van. Two has his mid. If this guy gets Gwinn, this guy gets that guy. And now you'll have presence from blue in mid now. You'll have presence from blue in mid. And what that causes now is LA Thieves is going to like spawn up here. They're going to spawn up here. And now they know that this guy's here, so they can't immediately off spawn go like we're taking routes. This guy basically can see every cross now. And now that everyone off spawn from Carolina, or not everyone, because like one person has to go in that direction. Now, since this guy is now pushed up, that frees so much space to either come help him, go take a route here. And it just puts so much pressure on LA Thieves. And when you have this many players pushed up, and now this area is unoccupied, now with every kill you get on LA Thieves, they're going to start spawning over here if guys make it far enough or if like one's not blocking. So these are the type of things people need to think about. If that makes sense. That makes sense. Probably could explain it like a bit better. And I have to preface, because, you know, they always be saying armchair quarterback. This is not armchair quarterback. This is actually common sense in the game. And it all starts from just like that 5 guy over there. And just having the common sense to know there's a guy out of the play. I'm hitting the hill. Have temporary numbers. But like instead now Carolina has to still fight out the back. They got no control now. Wasn't even paying attention to Gwinn on that life, I'm not gonna lie. He's taking his time in mid. He's tweaking. Yeah, they kind of found him out. He plays like very like methodical. Like sometimes like you can see his arrow like thinking a lot. Like thinking a lot. That's a good kill mid. That's popped. Honestly, I know a lot of people like love to like try to like shoot the guy on art, but I'm thinking with like this amount of time left, if your teammate's able to go by, like you should be like trying to get by too. I don't know. Or like trying to like slide on like the van or like do some shit. I don't know. But that could be like a small nitpick. Be a small nitpick. So now he spawns hell out. Number one's blocking the spawn. I think they're gonna read that. Yeah, they read it, but he's literally getting tagged. But we're watching Gwinn. We're not watching the other people. Okay, he uses his chance like to get into art. Did he see number 6? I think he saw number 6. So he's. Oh my God! I think Hydra turned on him. Oh look! Oh man! Hydra turned on him, man. Okay, now Gwinn spawns mid. He's like, I don't want to go that way. I'm looking at fried. So he goes around the art side. He's able to get 1 kill, then he dies. I just think like sometimes like, you have to do like an overload on like the front side. Like I know like one guy has to hit the art route, but like they already had a guy over here. Like they already had a guy over here. I don't really think they need another. Like you have the guy in the art who's like pretty much watching all the cross. Like we need some presence on like the front side, dude. Like we just need to just hit right through the front and try to get super aggressive, super fast. Because it's like so counterproductive when you have this guy art that's like kind of keeping them back, and then you go and take a longer route when you already could have been through. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. Envoy might be kind of right. No. Okay. There's some good plays that Gwinn makes, but actually watching this over like 8 months fucking later, or however long. Yeah, yeah, exactly 8 months.
Maybe from the major, just from online to land.
He actually did a whole bunch of nothing there.
Meta change on, that's going to be Envoy, but it doesn't matter. And maybe this is it. We've kind of seen this. Sort of is going to spawn out the back.
Yeah, that's not good, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Behind the hill. Number 7 is going to spawn out.
Like right here, you should just be trying to go through.
That's going to be Envoy, but it doesn't
He
matter.
just sat there.
We've kind of seen
Granted, like I mean, he was getting shot at, but I mean, there's like no effort put into that. And then number 4 spawns there. Okay, so he realizes it, so he kind of like drops that. Oh, he likes to the front because he knows he got catwalk. There's actually a good flank from. That's a good flank from Gwinn. And he gets fucked both of them. It's a good play. Now number 2 picks up the hill for him, like a good little boy. That was actually like a great play to Gwinn. I'm not gonna lie. I actually thought he was gonna just like sit on the hill, but his team had info on the guys on catwalk. These guys catwalk aren't expecting to get flanked, and you have fuck number 4 playing exits as well. It's actually a great play from Gwinn. He makes a lot of good plays, but I can understand where some people might say like he does not play for the win. Like sometimes he's like a bit too methodical. Like sometimes you kind of got to just throw your life. And it's not even like throw your life. I just feel like some players are like too scared to die on the map. It's like they don't have like they don't have like those like nerves yet where it's just kind of like sometimes if you just hit, like Shotzi's the king of this, okay? Shotzi's the king of this. There are times I watch Shotzi and he will like spawn and he'll just hit like this route so directly with no hesitation. And sometimes it just looks like the stupidest thing. But like sometimes it's like 50-50, 60-40, like, you know, all depends. And there's times he hits some shit so direct and I'm just thinking, that is so stupid. But then he catches such a good timing and he gets the kill and all of a sudden in that situation it just like makes the map way better for Optic. I'm like, dude. That's a trait that I feel like a lot of people have to adopt. There's just sometimes you just need to like hit the brain dead shit because I feel like players think about it too much. Oh, if I hit this front door, I'm just gonna walk right into a pre-aim. Sometimes that pre-aim is not even waiting for you on the other side. Sometimes that pre-aim is distracted or got a bad timing. And you hit that, all of a sudden you're through. All of a sudden the other team's like, wait, what? Like I thought you were watching that. And then all of a sudden, you know, they're all, you know. Shotzi's the king of that. The king of that. And, you know, we saw over the majority of the year, it didn't work that well. But when you have other players putting pressure, those brain dead direct routes like work so much better. And that's why you saw when Optic's pace with like the team with Merc increased, every play shots he was making got better and better and better. Because it's like one thing when you have Merc always in there, always shooting, always direct, always on the OBJ, always making the other team like do something, as opposed to like Skies or AG taking their time. It's like, okay. And then like you're hitting those routes, but there's a pre-aim waiting for you because there's like no one else making the flow, like making like the game increase, making the game speed up, you know? So yeah, like just fuck some. Yeah, and Gwinn gets traded, I guess. Or he just gets slided on. And then Gwinn off spawn goes P2. He knows there's a guy around, and that's just a smart play. He like knew Hydra was going to like take position with those kills.
I mean, that looked like something that plagued the team like Optic. I mean, several teams we saw where you just the playmaking ability you're used to having online just wasn't really happening. Maybe the comms just
I'm like on like the fence, okay? Like that's very smart and heads up of him, but like all I'm thinking is you're down 45 to 116. You got that kill on Hydra. It's basically white time. There's no one on the hill. I'm just hopping on the hill and like trying to go do something. I don't know. Because you already had like 2 on the catwalk, but then like he realized that there's going to be that guy scrap going around, so like he picked that up. So it's like, is it really like that bad of a play? Like I'm going to assume that's the right play, but then Hydra like flanks him right back. I mean, Hydra just made a smart play there. Hydra just did him one better, and Hydra went underground too. Like Hydra was underground, and they made like the super duper play. Gwinn got parallels. That's crazy. Eight got the parallel, and he was charging at him, dude. Like Gwynn's like, what the heck? He's right beside me. The fact that Ghosty pushed that far and he still got this one is pretty typical. They were hard blocking. Not Gwynn's taking the underground pool route. He's about to get traded though. It was a good attempt. Yeah, he was already there, so not really much he could do. Okay. He's like tweaking right now. Like right now, they just need speed here, dude. Like he's like just going back and forth, just tweaking, fucking thinking. I'm not sure if he was trying to look for Hydra. He knew Hydra's around here. I'm pretty sure that's probably what it was. He was just hard looking for Hydra. Like sometimes when like you have a player like that, granted it's like Hydra, so you can't just like leave him. But like sometimes it's best to not look for them, and that just makes it, you know, because that makes them overthink. If you're dealing with a player who's constantly doing like the ratty thing, you know, exactly like Hydra's doing, easily making them think. Sometimes if you just leave them and just go hit the hill, all of a sudden he looks useless. He's like, oh man, they snuck by me. Now next time he's in a scenario like that, you'll actually like see him, because now he's like, hey, I can't be ratty for too long. Last time they just ignored me and they like literally broke the hill. My team is running like where the hell I was, you know. Sometimes it's best to leave them. Sometimes it doesn't work all the time, because like sometimes like, you try to leave them, they just shoot you in the back because they're actually aware. All depends who you're facing. All depends on the time. Like Gwinn gets his kill, you gotta just run for the hill, dude. Yeah, he actually ends up fucking breaking anyway, dude. Okay. That's good. There's like part of me that actually fucking... I honestly thought he was going to get this kill and just like chill up there. That's what I thought. It's like he knows number 5's around there. He's hard waiting for him. I guess he spy him. About to say like could have sped up, but I mean it resulted in them getting the hill, so you can't really say anything about that, to be honest, if it ended up actually working. He's on the hill. He knows I would slide out and shell. Yeah, he actually did that. Nice. And now he knows where everyone's going to be spawning. He's already looking for it. He's like slightly glancing at the back just in case anyone's super duper weird. He's playing for number 8, not number 8's playing for him. I already know, like, so Ghosty died to him. I know they're annoyed because they're thinking it's 146 to 78 and you're still old playing for that one kill. Like, that's probably what they're thinking. And that's a crazy split. I don't know how a Ghosty gets that spawn. There's nobody blocking this shit. One is literally in the back. I don't know how those spawns aren't the opposite way. I don't know how 2 doesn't spawn there and 8 doesn't spawn there. That is actual horseshit. I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, I remember Parasite saying something about this on, like, the flank, that the spawns are, like, predetermined, like, once you die. So whoever dies first is automatically going to be the first person to get that spawn, which makes sense. It's still dumb. Like, the fact you can't just update according to what's going on in the map, but as you saw there, TJ died before Ghosty. And since it was unoccupied, TJ's going to be the first one to get that spawn. That's just, like, a dumb... That's like a dumb thing. I'm gonna pay attention to that in Black Ops 7. I want to see if it's actually like a thing that carries on, because that's like good information. So Gwynn's mid. He snuck by number 3. He said, "I'm not gonna rap for you." He probably didn't have to slide channel him out. Probably could have just played for the hill, but that was a good play on him. It was almost like just a carbon copy. Like, don't go search for Hydra, just go for the OBJ, and then you'll actually make Hydra come back. And he just like knew how. And like that's another kill right there. That's a heads up play Gwinn, okay? That's a heads up play from Gwinn because he knows Hydra got that kill. Hydra's going to try to do some. So he just like knows the player he's playing against. But from LA Thieves POV, you see this, you're up 152 to 78 and Gwynn's camping here, just fucking waiting for you to go by. I understand how that looks from their perspective. It's all about perspective. You need to understand perspectives. You know, you need to understand perspectives. And I understand that perspective. But it was a good play from Gwinn. But from their POV, you're down almost 100. And you're camping back here, fucking waiting for me to come. Like, you're an idiot. Like that. Like, that's what they're thinking. So, like, this is pretty much like the first scenario I talked about on the, or not the first scenario I talked about, but that last scenario on P3, when like you have control of mid and you have guys pushed up, it causes LA Thieves to spawn out, and then you start to make moves. Gwinn just got like a bad timing here. If he like preempted longer, but he's probably thinking, okay, I actually have to go before this guy like spawns in and it's the pinch, but that's just him probably not paying attention to the kill feed, but he probably thought he had a gap, so I'm not gonna be harsh on it, but this is pretty much a carbon copy of exactly what I'm talking about. So it's like they got a kill and then they got another kill. So like that guy spawned there because it was like a bit too early, and now that they have control, that last guy spawns there. This is pretty much like something you guys should always take into account when playing is progressive spawn flips. Like, get those initial kills that, yeah, they might spawn in the back, take map control, and then when guys start spawning out, that's when you start getting aggressive, start to go for like a fuller flip and like force them to do something. But you also have to be like smart enough to like watch like the flanking scenarios like this. But Gwinn just got like a bad timing there. Whole team just got squad wiped. So Gwinn is going through mid. Okay, whatever. And now he like sees, since like they got the kill on P3, this is a chance for him to like get through, and he's able to get through, but they read him. Oh my god. That's a good gunfight win from Gwinn. Like this time he's aware if someone was actually watching him, but then he gets insta-traded out by Ghosty. It's actually so funny because I talk so much about Gwinn not playing like fast enough, but then in my head I'm thinking he probably could have like taken his time because like his team was still showing up, you know. But that's like part of being a pro player, is like knowing when to play fast, which is honestly like a majority of the time, and knowing those scenarios where you can afford to like take some time to just be like a second or two slower. And in scenarios like this, when like you just got the guy out of art, you now know you have control. So now everyone that died on LA Thieves is spawning out. Give your team some time to push out before like you push out the back. But that's honestly like a nitpick. He cut it through a shoulder or something, but I'm glad he was actually like, just alright about like, hey, like I got a kill. But like sometimes you have to like really think about the scenario. Like LA Thieves had like the 4 down on you. They had more than one guy in the back, and you just got the guy out of art. There's definitely going to be a guy at P4 already, and you don't think that guy in P4 was going to like peek out the back and like watch the back spawn. He's just going to like sit in the hill and like do nothing, you know. And there's like 2 of them there. Least he could have did, because I've watched players do it, is throw a mean shoulder out that door, and then when no one's there, and then like you slide and like maybe like you peek out after you get a bad timing and like you die. That is what it is. But yeah, like right here he's like way too patient. Like he could already fucking been across now. He's just taking forever. He's like way too trepidatious. He's like way too cautious. No, he's like not gonna read the art guy. He's like already gone. I mean, there's like 25 seconds left, but he was able to get a kill though. Okay, so something I just want to talk about real quick is like spawn responsibility. Okay? Spawn responsibility. Your responsibility depending on where you spawn. Okay? There's still 30 seconds left in this hill, by the way. Okay? There's still 30 seconds left. You're like the furthest guy on this side. The least you could do if you're going to go this way is like check that mildly, or just go in R and go peek out the window and check it. And then if there's no one there, just hop out the window and go right back in the spot you're at. That way you at least cleared like the left side. Instead, he spawns. He's the furthest guy to spawn on this side. He's the furthest guy to spawn on P4, which means it's his responsibility to pick up this side because he spawned there. And he does it once. Like, he does not even acknowledge like the thought of a person going this way. He's like straight gung-ho on mid. By the time he peeks, it's like way too late. That was like kind of just irresponsible out of him, but that doesn't really have anything to do with like not playing for the win. It was really just like a bad Gwinn play. I just like decided I guess I might as well just critique the whole map at this point. And then he pushes mid and fucking does nothing. Cool. And then off spawn, he's holding the hill time. Going up top of catwalk. Ooh, almost gets the kill. Homeboy gets that kill. Spawns art. Going underground. Gets the kill. That's a good kill. What the heck? Oh, okay. Actually, I thought the angle was a lot. I thought the angle was crazier. The angle was crazier than that. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I actually gotta get this for a thumbnail because it's Gwinn and Envoy. That's a good thumbnail right there.
Stuff like that I think is great. Yeah, I think Dan always has some gems in the listen-ins. Just very calm. Hey guys, I have this. You know, even then, like, yo, Scrap, make sure you have right pillars. Don't give that up. Just little.
There was like almost like no attempt to like fucking hit the hill. He literally kind of just like shot the guy off the hill. He's like, okay. Like right there, like he gets that kill, dude. Like he could like go back underground or go. I don't know. I could see like sometimes it's so funny because like sometimes he's a bit too slow, but then like you take a look at the hill time, you're like, but he has like the same as everybody else. But it's like he had opportunities to actually like to get more, to be honest. But I keep saying but all the time. I'm trying to eliminate it out of my vocabulary. I got the kill. He's the guy in the hill. Not for long. He's already playing for exits. Or not exits. Jeez, he's literally playing for people off spawn. This one kill dies. So now the immediate pressure right now is like poolside. So hopefully like he comes and picks that up. Okay.
Again, but you're still fighting and holding. If you're Ravens, you're just not really in the hard point to actually get time right now. So, I mean, Thieves, I guess, is good work on keeping them.
He's tweaking. He literally goes catwalk. Gets a kill. Gets another kill in mid. Damn, he just spawned right where he died.
You win the P2 rotation, you put it into a good amount of time if you are Ravens, and now you're within striking distance. You can see the map now.
Right now, he could like wide swing. He could wide swing the P3 and like just get some info if, like there's a person there. Barely anyone walks through mid too, so it's kind of like it's kind of pretty much useless. He's kind of just hanging out here for way too long, just not doing a thing. Even McMaven's calling it out. Oh, you're just talking about he's on fucking 37. Like, okay, so here in mid, okay? Here in mid. You know LAT's got three options. This, or like anywhere here, because they could go catwalk and they could also go underground. Okay, I'm gonna make that one a little bit more eye appealing. Okay, I'm gonna make that a bit more eye appealing. Or okay. So if you're Gwinn, you pretty much like know. I don't know why you checked that too, by the way. You pretty much know all abilities of spawn is gonna try to take routes. This top side is probably like the least like dangerous you have to worry about. They have to cross all the way across by the time you already have a guy over there to like watch the street. So that's not really of much concern. And then you like the mid route, and then you have like the catwalk route, but you have number 1 there, so that actually kind of like negates the catwalk route. So if your teammate's here, your only 2 options now are mid and so now since teamers watching, it actually takes so much off. Is this and that. There's the only 2 directions that you have to watch. Okay, so he checks mid. He definitely could have did like a quick peek over on the P3 side, but he's still staring mid. There's nobody there. So even after this time, if you get a bad timing, you just fucking get a bad timing. If someone pushes mid that late, I guess they just fucking want it more than you. But you watch it for like 10 seconds, leave it alone. By now, just judging the time and like the kills in the kill feed, you should assume there's probably multiple these people with like some sort of map controls. So even if you like went underground and like checked underground real quick, you know, when like you reflank people after like they make a play, it's like a lot of players actually do a lot. Yeah, but not Gwinn. He's like still so fixated on like the mid here. I don't know why, but and now he's like hard aiming like the catwalk.
And Gwynn's like thinking, I'm gonna drop 50 for the L. I mean, the pace he's on right now is 37.
And he's like still chilling there. EJ got him, but now he just like goes there and die. I think he was just like thinking way too much. But also that happens a lot where you feel like players are gonna come through somewhere, like, and then they don't, and then you just feel super useless. So then you're just like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna freaking hit the hill, and then like you hit the hill, you get a bad time, you get triple team, quadruple team, like, you know.
What does that allow? Carolina know they have to practice on the map. Right for Carolina. Yeah, you can for thieves and they.
All right, so Gwinn pushes mid again. His teammate gets a kill, and he's just not moving. Okay, so something I can't understand here. Okay, something I can't understand. I'm sorry. I'm like, holy shit. I'm getting fucking tired. I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired watching Gwinn do nothing. No, I'm kidding. Where am I? So Gwinn here. Gwinn here. Off spawn. Slasher gets a kill. He's very aware that he fucking got a kill. Gwinn already right here pre-aiming. How does Slasher get a kill over here, get back, and still go in before you? And it's almost like they had like no idea what was going on. Like Gwinn like clearly like, I don't know if he like saw him or, but like how does he? How the fuck does he go in and fucking bait and switch before you, and then you both end up dying? That's just like, that just looks like terrible teamwork. But honestly, Gwinn should have been through the fucking hallway. Slasher should be the one sliding with a pre-aim, dude. He's an AR. Why is he going in before Gwinn, and Gwinn was there before him? I know he's like locked in, you know, he's like probably locked in, you know, like he the fuck got that kill. He's like, okay, I'm on to the next one, on to the next one. But I don't know about that one. So Gwinn actually made a play here too. He found a gap and he snuck through this like classic shots he plays right here. This is classic shots he plays.
Still in a tough position. The only person really Gwinn. You can see he's kind of tucked away towards P4.
He's tweaking.
Hello. The troops
Oh my god.
Finally Ghost again to drop. He wasn't prepared.
He almost got turned on.
Tucked away in the corner, but you gotta fight around the point.
And he really gets that kill on P4 and he's really not even on the hill.
Troops are rallying over. Finally Ghost again to drop. He wasn't prepared to get shot as he's tucked away in the corner, but you gotta fight around.
Gwynn's an interesting specimen, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what the hell I was watching in February, but now it honestly makes a lot more sense. Yeah, I mean, not gonna lie. I believe Envoy actually might be kind of right. I don't know. He's a little bit slow in like certain scenarios. He makes a lot of good plays. Like he makes a lot of like those like pinch fucking plays, like the route plays. But it looks like his, like just from that map, his like general style, and even Envoy's like talking shit about him right here for sure. Envoy's definitely talking shit right here.
Yeah, honestly, just a lot of time it just felt like the game was like slowed down. There wasn't like too much chaos. Yeah, honestly, just a lot of time
like even Ghostie's like, literally Ghostie's like, I already know they're talking about Gwinn right here. Like, bro, like this guy's like fucking 50 eliminations. And like they lost. Like, what the hell is this guy doing?
They didn't have control. Like there were not a lot of areas of the map where they were winning those rotation gunfights, being in the
definitely what they're talking about.
But
I don't know.
He was still putting up 38 kills.
Yeah, you know, Envoy. I mean, I knew you're on a sound. I don't know what I watched in February. Holy cow! I was like watching, and it was like not that bad. I think it's because I watched like the first like 2-3 minutes. The first 2-3 minutes were not super duper bad, but you know, going back and watching it now, you know, you see a lot more things. Is it like this on other maps? I mean, you have to watch other maps and see. Should I do more maps? If I get 20 likes on this video, God, that's like a low bar, by the way. It's actually a low bar. I don't even know how many likes like my videos you get. I actually don't even pay attention. I probably should. 20 likes and I'll go through some more Gwinn gameplay. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that breakdown. Very, very interesting. Gwinn actually, so having players like Gwinn who are actually like superstar talents that can get kills, because he's not the only one. There's other players like this who kind of just have like one style of playing and don't know the other one, even though the other one's like right there in front of them. It's like they're not brave enough to do it because it might make them look bad or might make them look worse. In certain scenarios, if Gwynn's like faster or more decisive on a play, the difference that can make for like your team, for like the team KD as well, if he's able to like find those gaps to like get in the hill when he needs to, or make that fast play when he needs to, that can make the map easier for his teammates, and now his team has control, and now they're premium and they're getting more kills, which makes their KD better. Having players do the right things in certain moments like affects like the whole team, especially when you're an SMG and you're lacking pressure and you're lacking speed in situations that you need it, like decisiveness. That's what you need. That's what you need.